Hello, folks. I know I already made a video this weekend. I usually only make one every weekend. I make a video, but this one's kind of on my heart right now. Um, it it has to do with it's a Bible. This is a Bible talk video. Getting into the video. The topic is, where are we? Where are we in time? Really. This is a topic a lot of people talk about, except they usually talk about, oh, the rapture's coming. It could happen tomorrow or something like that. Which is good to be prepared in case it does happen tomorrow, because you never know if you're gonna die or whatever, if you're gonna be taken or whatever. You never know when you're gonna breathe your last. Some people, like me, may be promised a long life, but that's only if we are following the call on our lives, what God has set forth for us, which is like a dream that's like our greatest, deepest desires come true. I don't mean deepest, darkest desires. I mean the deepest desires that probably don't even know for yourself what those are. Like, but God does. He does know. So does the enemy. But God's the one that wants to make that happen. So the things that are said to happen in the end times are like in Mark 13:10 has one of the things that it has something said to happen. That's the main verse I'm reading. Anything else that I mentioned having to do with that's in the Bible, go look for it yourself. I encourage people to read the Bible for themselves. That is something I noticed is not encouraged enough, and a lot of times people end up taking the word of some religious person for what the Bible says, and that's not actually true. So still read it yourself, find out what it says and stuff. But in Mark 13:10, says, and the gospel must first be preached to all the nations. We're not quite there yet. We are very close, yes, but we're not quite there yet. We are still having these moments where God enacts a relationship with someone that knows nothing about anything, doesn't even have a Bible. But there's still a lot of people out there that don't actually know. Some people that believe that don't know. And then some people who just they don't believe. But yeah, I can't say they don't care, but they definitely don't believe and have never understood it. So yeah. And then there's also the rapid advancement in tech, like technology rapidly advancing and stuff like that. There's the 7 years, like Revelation, 7 years. There's a torment and stuff like that. The Antichrist, the beast with the mark of beast, like again, Revelation. The rapture, the temple rebuilding, the returning to Jerusalem, and etc. There's a ton of stuff that says it happens. One reason why I'm saying go read for yourself, go find out more about what's said about the end times. It's all the thing. Especially in our day it is rather relevant to know what's said to happen in the end times. Other things that are just bound to happen, not quite said to happen, is like something I just think about this stuff, so yeah, it's things that are bound to happen that if you really go into thinking about it, yes, you'll identify this is bound to happen, but it's not really foretold, it's just this is going to happen if these other things will happen. One of those is discoveries. All kinds of discoveries, especially archaeology discoveries. And we'll discover more of our planet and stuff like that. There's also end time roles that would be fulfilled, to be filled. This is mainly known because it's been foretold the enemy, the bad guy, and stuff like that. But the people who are going to be calling them out, the people who are going to stay with God and stuff like that, that have a very specific role in the end times and making a difference. Those people are not quite foretold, but it's a gimme. They're there, like they're gonna be there. There's gonna be people like that. There's also gonna be a lot of revivals, like there's going to be many revivals, like in the end times. There's just more stuff there could be, like, you think of something I haven't, you can comment down in the comments, mention it, like, I want people to discuss this, like, this is something worth talking about, because the more you talk about it with people, and the more open-minded you are about this, the more people are going to hear the message and actually take it, actually believe what's being said, because it's also something that's common in the Bible. It's the different perspectives of the same thing. That just every perspective proves the same thing, regardless how different the perspectives are or how opposite they are. There's like the consistent same thing, which is always the case with things that are true, like true facts. So that is a very important thing. Then to go over what's already happened. Technology has boomed. Like, technology has advanced rapidly already, and it's still advancing rapidly. Like, cars, that was a technology boom. Computers, like, that was a technology boom. Like, if you compare it to history before that, it took years to make a lot of stuff happen. So, like trains, took years for trains to advance that far. And stuff like that. I actually took hundreds of years. That's what I'm there. Then there's also things happening in Jerusalem. Like, you've probably gotten that random ad about, this stuff is happening in Jerusalem, there's the revival, whatever. And then also archaeological discoveries and revival, which goes into the next one. No one's already been discovered. There is actually a documentary of the dude who essentially discovered it, sort of discovered it. It was kind of like something that, it was a dude that confirmed was already being suspected about this little rock formation on the side of a mountain. There's a documentary somewhere on YouTube about it. Look it up, go check it out. It's been a while since I've seen that documentary, but go check that out. I think you should be able to find it by searching Noah the Noah's Ark discovery or something like that, but it's been discovered actually on the side of a mountain in Turkey, which honestly makes me wonder how it hasn't been discovered already, because the locals call that mountain the same thing that the Bible calls it. So that's quite an interesting thing that happened. And then there's also been many revivals, and I'm sure there's going to be many more. Some things that can be said that's already happened, but can't quite be confirmed yet. The Antichrist and the beast, they're all already born. They're alive. That's a give me with everything that's already happened. And then God is rising people for different roles in the end time. He's rising people up. Like, we are in this phase where God is preparing people to become these important things in the end time, to make a difference. Like, I don't know all the people out there that's going to do that. I don't know all that, but there is people out there. And then the things that are still coming. Yes, like you hear constantly, I'm not gonna sit on it, but the 7 years rapture, that stuff is still coming. We're still waiting on it. It will happen like a thief in the night. So I cannot tell you when that's gonna happen at all. I cannot tell you any of that. That only God knows that. What's said in Mark 13:10 still gotta happen. Yeah, we've spread across most of the world, but there's still parts of the world that has not heard the message, that has not even gotten the Bible. Like, there is a ton of the world that hasn't done that yet, that hasn't gotten that yet. And then the Antichrist and the beast, their rise, that hasn't happened yet. We're still waiting on that, waiting to see that. I do understand a lot of people are going to miss that. It is the Antichrist or the beast, whatever. But you want to keep that in mind. And you're clear, like, you don't want, do not get involved with the Antichrist or the beast. Do not. It said that there will be a mark of the beast. Don't get that mark. This is what I'm encouraging about. Let God tell you who the beast is, who the Antichrist is, and avoid any association with that stuff, because it's not good. It will hurt both you and those around you. It's not going to help anything. It's not really good. There's also more discoveries on the way. There's still a lot of things that are bound to be discovered. I can't tell you exactly what things are bound to be discovered, but there are things bound to be discovered still. Then things are still have to happen with the temple and stuff like that. And there's more stuff that's still coming. That's just a small list. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I'd love to hear the thoughts of many different perspectives, not just Christian perspectives, like perspectives of people who are not typically in conversations with like this, and actually avoid conversations like this because people focus on the wrong thing and using scare tactics. I'm not trying to use scare tactics, but it is still something important to talk about. I feel it is. I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts. And go look up in the Bible and any other place that has to do with this topic, that has stuff that has to do with topics like foretold things and all of that. Like, go look up that the discovery of Noah's Ark, the documentary on that. That is incredible. Like, I just think it's incredible they found it already. Crazy how it was where it was and no one found it, to me, because the Bible told us where it was. It did. It was also a local name, so. But go check it out. I want to hear your thoughts. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, go. And like, if you want to like, subscribe, if you want to subscribe. Bye, go.